Okay. What is up? Just kidding. Hey guys, what is up? I'm Jackie G and I'm a special needs parent to my 2-year-old daughter Alexandria. I am super pumped about this video because I've been wanting to discuss this topic for a very long time now, and it is the idea that
it is never too early to teach your child daily living skills,
whether you're a special needs parent or not. Some key points that I'm going to be mentioning are why or how I came about this idea, including Montessori teaching methods. I'm also going to give you some examples of the kinds of activities that I've been doing with Alexandria and the results that I've been seeing. And lastly, I'll provide some tips for you guys if you guys want to get started with your child, if you're interested, of course. I'm gonna try my best to keep it to the point, and also any other videos that I mention will be linked down below. So now let's just jump right in. From the very beginning, I knew that Alexandria had a rare diagnosis. Well, what does that mean? It means that I actually didn't know and still don't know what she will actually be capable of. I don't know because there's no real data. So since then, I've always prayed to God for Alexandria to be able to live as independently as possible, meaning she will be able to do as much as possible for herself. I really do think He's heard my prayers, especially at a time where I was just feeling overwhelmed with her care. On top of that, keeping up with all of her therapies. And then it was at a time where Alexandria was getting constantly sick. In October of last year, 2019, we were in the hospital for like the whole month. And to relieve my stress, I would just watch mindless YouTube videos. So it wasn't like I was looking for it. I stumbled upon this Montessori teaching method, and oh my gosh, you guys, I just knew that this is what I wanted for Alexandria. The Montessori teaching method was created by Maria Montessori. It's this concept based on following or observing a child and seeing what they actually need, as well as teaching them practical life skills. Now, when I saw these 2-3-year-olds being able to serve themselves water and just setting a full table, like, to me that was just mind-blowing. I don't remember ever being able to do that for myself. I think I was like, what, 6, 7, maybe even older, but it certainly was no 2-3-year-old. So what this theory was saying is that we make assumptions of what our kids can and cannot do, so therefore we limit them, and then we actually do these things for them, when in reality they can do these things if we actually teach them to. Anyway, there's so much that goes into it. I'm gonna link some resources down below. Just know that Maria Montessori first created this teaching method for special needs kids. So for me, it just made sense. I told her therapist that this is what I wanted for Alexandria. They actually helped me come up with ideas of what we can do throughout our day. Then I started coming up with ideas. Ever since January, because that's when I really started, of this year, I've just seen great results with Alexandria. For example, her bath time routine. I use that time to practice all areas of Alexandria's therapies. And ever since I filmed this video, which was like 2 weeks ago, she's at the point where she's taking away my hands because she wants to wash her own hair. And she's massaging or scrubbing her hair better than ever.
Ale, can you wash your hair? Go ahead, your turn. Very good, Alexandria. You're so cute.
She's also able to choose her own clothes. She's able to dress herself. Of course, I'm helping her because she does have hypotonia, but she understands the process. She understands what she's supposed to do. She understands that she's supposed to push her hands through the sleeve. She also understands that she's supposed to pull her shirt down. And with all of that, we're not only working on strengthening her mentally, but we're also working on strengthening her physically. I also filmed Alexandria's full day in the life, and in that video, I show how I am challenging Alexandria with word associations. For a task such as diaper change, I will give her like a diaper and something really random like a toy. I'll tell her it's diaper time, give mommy the diaper, and she'll go for the diaper. But when we first started, you guys, she would always go for the object that she most wanted, which was the toy, because she didn't understand exactly what we were doing or what I was asking her to do. But in time, after repeating and repeating the same task and repeating the same words, she understood, and now I'm able to give her her favorite toy, which is her Mickey Mouse, which she always goes for her Mickey Mouse. She loves her Mickey Mouse. There was this one time where she really wanted the Mickey Mouse. She was looking at it, but then I said, but it's diaper time. So she changed her mind and she went and she grabbed me the diaper. That is the cognitive piece that I so wanted Alexandria to have, but it was even hard for me to even make sense out of it. But now that things are practical, it totally makes sense. So that's why I'm so excited about this method, because it actually works. I've just been waiting to find a way to kind of discuss this topic with you guys, but I just didn't know how until I actually filmed a couple routines. Just know that our routines don't look the same every single day, because I'm always looking for opportunities to teach her. I'm always looking for opportunities to challenge her. She's just getting it, guys. She's just getting it. Look at what your day looks like. Look at what your child's day look like. What kinds of routines you have. If you don't have a routine, create them. But make sure they're flexible so that you won't get yourselves overwhelmed. Like I said, ours are always changing. I switch my routines up because if you're doing these routines every single day, it'll get boring. At least for me it does. And find opportunities where you can promote independence. Also consider your child's ability. You guys know your child the best. You know what she or he can and cannot do. It all depends on their disability, their health. Just know that we can challenge our child and we don't have to limit them. Don't forget to have fun. Make activities fun for you and your child. Use motivation or encouragement, whatever works for your child. I feel like it doesn't have to be so strict to the Montessori teaching method. I just go with what works with Alexandria and what I'm feeling in my gut. Ultimately, what I realized is that I was trying really hard before, and not that I'm not trying now, but things just make sense now, especially throughout our day, and I don't feel the amount of mom guilt that I felt before, because let's face it, there's always going to be mom guilt. But like I've said in the past, I feel like 1 hour per week per therapy, it's not enough for us to practice with our child. I mean, Alexandria has PT, OT, speech, hearing, special instructions, music, I think we're gonna get vision now. But yeah, that's a lot. So I always felt like there was never enough time because I was rushing through either her care or a task just to have enough time for working on her therapies. In the end, there was never enough time. I felt like a failure because it wasn't practical. This teaching method is, and we're sticking with it. Whew, that was a lot, I know, but hopefully I kept it to the point and as helpful as possible to you guys. I hope that I can alleviate at least some of that stress with trying out this method. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I think that's gonna be it. I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.